Hi, I'm Mara Jamal, Environment Specialist at HS2, and today you join me at one of HS2's many ecology sites. Alongside the construction of Britain's new high-speed railway, HS2 is delivering one of the largest environmental programmes ever undertaken in the UK. In this video, I will be providing you with an update on the ecological works taking place across the 140-mile route, where new natural habitats, hedgerows and watercourses are being established long before the railway is opened. Our vision is to create a green corridor stretching alongside the railway, connecting habitats, supporting biodiversity and creating new green spaces for local communities. We have adopted a policy of no net loss to biodiversity and are seeking net gains, helping to leave the environment in a better condition than before construction began. Today, significant areas of land are already being transformed from brown to green. So far, more than 1.1 million trees and shrubs have been planted, forming the foundations of future woodlands and wildlife habitats. In total, HS2 will plant around 7 million trees and shrubs and create more than 33 square kilometres of new wildlife habitat between London and the West Midlands. This year alone, we have planted almost 240,000 trees and shrubs, and through our Woodland Fund, 65 projects to date have been awarded, funding approximately 286 hectares of new woodland. Let me take you through some of the key sites where habitats are being established and landscapes are evolving long before trains begin to operate. For example, around London, some of the largest environmental projects on the route are taking shape. At the Northern and Southern Sustainability Placement areas in Hillingdon, former construction land is being transformed into future woodland, grassland and wildlife habitats. Nearby, at the Colne Valley Western Slopes, the largest single habitat creation site in HS2, here 3 million tonnes of chalk excavated during the construction of the Chiltern tunnels has been used to transform over 127 hectares of land. In total, we've got around 90 hectares of short grassland, with the rest of the habitat made up of woodland and wetland habitats. 50,000 native trees will be planted on this site, with a particular focus on creating beech woodland characteristics of the Chilterns, as well as rare and declining species like box and juniper. Beyond the grassland and woodland, the site also includes a range of habitats, including wetland and wood pastures, and it won't just be wildlife that benefits. Cycle paths, bridleways and viewing points will be open to the public once HS2 is operational. Moving north is the River Ouse environmental mitigation site in Westbury near Brackley. Here, extensive ecological works are helping to create a diverse and thriving network of habitats. Wildflower meadows stretch across the landscape, with the Westbury viaduct visible in the background. This is just one of several mitigation sites in the area, with another located at the Finmere site. At this site, you'll find a variety of wildflower meadows and areas of tree planting. Some of the trees here were planted as far back as 2017. Since then, we've progressed well. These spaces have been carefully designated to provide a home for reptiles, with the goal of allowing wildlife to establish naturally over time and for residents to enjoy for many decades to come. At the Finmere wood site, we have planted a fast-growing mix of woodland species, including silver birch, common alder and hazel. These not only act as visual screening for residents, but also form a part of our long-term commitment to achieving no net loss and our goal of leaving every site in a better state than when we found it. Further north in Covington, Warwickshire, our teams have created a natural wildlife habitat site. Thousands of native trees were planted here, comprising of species such as hazel, hawthorn and English oak, which are maturing well. Alongside the tree planting, we've also created 7 ponds here. Amongst the 17 hectares of habitat are public rights-of-way paths, allowing people to walk through and enjoy this colourful landscape. Finally, at the River Cole site in the Delta Junction, a major river realignment project has created a new naturalised watercourse. This river realignment project began in 2024. Our teams constructed the new channels, switched the flow of the water from the old channel into the new channel using temporary dams. Fish were also translocated during the process by a specialist contractor, and finally, the banks of the river were planted. Since then, native plant species are thriving along the riverbanks, creating important food resources for native birds and insect pollinators, and through regular monitoring by our teams, we've seen improvements in water quality, which is great for fish breeding. Also, alongside the new river channels, a replacement flood storage area was also built. This acts as a sink in the event of a flooding and is also flourishing. This diversification in habitat is not only great for biodiversity, but it also creates resilience to climate and extreme weather events. While construction of the railway continues at pace, HS2 is already creating significant environmental benefits across the route. Together, these initiatives are helping to create a greener, more connected landscape that will leave a lasting environmental legacy for generations to come.